The legal battle for the soul of the agitation in the southeast just took another dramatic and painful turn today, and if you are watching this, you need to understand that the courtroom in Abuja this morning was not debating guilt or innocence, but rather a single powerful legal term that has effectively buried years of human rights complaints. We are broadcasting this special report on Friday, November 28, 2025, to break down exactly why the Court of Appeal in Abuja has struck out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's fundamental rights violation suit against the federal government, a ruling that many legal observers are calling a technical knockout that lets the security agencies off the hook. To get to the bottom of this, we have to look at what happened inside that courtroom when a three-member panel of justices, led by Justice Bolo Ukuromok Moses Ugo, looked at the case file and essentially threw it into the trash can of history. For years, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team has been fighting a desperate battle to get him removed from the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS. They filed this specific suit, arguing that the DSS facility was a place of torture, that he was being denied access to his doctors, that he was being starved, and that his human rights were being violated every single day he spent in that dungeon. They wanted the court to order his transfer to a regular prison like Kuje, where he could have more freedom and access to his family. But here is the twist that has left his supporters heartbroken today. Because the Federal High Court under Justice James Omotosho already convicted him on November 20 and ordered him to be moved to a correctional center, which we now know is the maximum security prison in Sokoto. The appeal court today ruled that the human rights suit has become academic. In simple English, the judges are saying that the request has been overtaken by events. They argued that since Kanu has already been moved out of the DSS facility, there is no longer any point in debating whether he should be moved. The court held that you cannot ask for an order to leave a place you have already left, effectively rendering all the complaints about his treatment there legally irrelevant in this specific suit. This ruling was cemented by a very dramatic moment in court, involving Kanu's own lawyer, Barrister Maxwell Opara. When the case came up for hearing, the justices asked the defense team where their client was currently being held. Barrister Opara had to confirm to the court that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is indeed currently detained at the Sokoto Correctional Center. By confirming this transfer, the defense team handed the court the legal ammunition it needed to strike out the case. Justice Ugo ruled that since the primary relief sought, which was a transfer from DSS custody, has already happened, the court cannot act in vain. It's a classic case of be careful what you wish for, because while Kanu wanted to leave the DSS, he likely never imagined that his exit would be a one-way ticket to a life sentence in the Northwest, a move that has now been used to kill his human rights case. If you are following this legal chess game and you want to understand the deeper implications of these technical rulings, please take a moment right now to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because we break down the law in a way everyone can understand. This ruling has serious implications because it essentially wipes the slate clean for the DSS. All those allegations of poor feeding, of medical neglect, of psychological torture that were part of this suit, they have been swept under the carpet of academic technicalities. It means that the security agency might never be fully held accountable for how they treated him during those 4 years in detention, because the court says we have moved on to a new phase. The battlefield has now narrowed significantly. With this rights suit gone, the distraction of side battles is over, and the legal team must now focus 100% of their energy on the main event, the appeal against the life imprisonment sentence at the Supreme Court. The government has successfully cleared the minor legal hurdles and isolated Kanu in Sokoto, leaving his lawyers with only one card left to play. It raises a hard question for all of us. Is this justice where a man's complaints about torture are dismissed just because he changed cells? Or is it the system protecting itself? The Sokoto move has turned out to be a master stroke for the state, silencing not just the man, but his lawsuits too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did the court use a technicality to dodge the truth? Or was this the only logical decision to make?